Okay, now we are going to study about the next one point, that is adolescent stage. Okay, now all of you are in this stage, that is adolescent stage. What is this adolescent stage? It is the stage, transitional stage between childhood and adulthood. Okay, means this in between stage, it is called as adolescent stage, and this stage it is of the 13 to 19 years of the age. Now this 13 to 19 years of the boys and girls, it is recognized as the adolescent stage, and it is marked with the sexual and reproductive activity developments. Lost of time, what happens when boys and girls go through this stage? They are mentally confused because physical changes are takes place in the body, certain mental changes, thinking, mood swings, such type of symptoms also changes. This is stormy period. Adolescent stage is also called as stormy period because due to the physical changes, the boys and girls get confused, and this is the transitional stage. It is divided into three stages. First one, early stage, it is of 10 to 14 years. Then middle period is 15 to 17 years, and late period is to 18 to 19 years. Okay. Now in this early stage, there is appearance of secondary sexual characters are developed. That is changes in weight, development of hairs in the reproductive parts. In case of girls, there is development in the breast size. In case of boys, the voice changes or it is broadening of the voice. Adam's apple bit becomes prominent. Such type of secondary sexual characters starts to develop. In this, physical growth is rapid. That is changes in size and height, weight, etc. occur, and here is the intense friendship. In this stage, the people or the boys and girls are very careful about their friendship relation and about their friends. In case of second stage, middle period, that is 15 to 17 years, here the secondary characters, sexual characters are completely developed. That is body changes completes, growth then slows down. Okay, reproductive organs structurally and functionally they are developed, but this phase is certain stressful phase because the reproductive changes the boys and girls faces, and there will be attraction to the opposite sex. It's a natural development. Okay, in this each and everyone go through these stages, that is there is attraction of opposite sex, and sometimes in people sense of leadership is also developed. Means as compared to the mental and physical changes also, there will be intellectual abilities will be developed in these stages. In the late period, what happened? 18 to 19 years, the physical maturity complete. The boys and girls completely attain the physical maturity, and actually up to this 19 years, the childhood completely developed into the adult relationship. I mean that person is completely developed as an adult. Now what happens during these stages, when girls and boys go through these stages, they suffer from different things. Okay, sometimes what happens, there will be peer pressure, excess peer pressure, it may be leads to the addiction. What happened? Addiction. This addiction, it may be different type of substances, that is alcohol, tobacco, or drug addiction also. Okay. Now such type of negativity is developed due to sometime the peer pressure or the due to the family background also. In certain families there are certain problems, that is economical problems also, relation problems also, or sometimes there is separation of mother and father. Such type of stressful conditions, they affect on the boys or girl, that is adolescent stage. Okay, in this adolescent, these conditions also affect on the mental health. Sometimes these adolescents, they get under the depression, that is negative thinking, then unconfidence. Okay, sometimes they are very weak, that is they become mentally frustrated, mentally they become weak. In case of such conditions, these adolescents require counseling. What they require? Counseling and parental care. If the adolescents, they undergo the counseling by a proper counselor, physical counselor, or the parental care is very important. That is proper supervision of parent. It control all these things which can faces the adolescence in this stage. Sometimes what happen in this stage, mostly the boys and girl get confused. Always they confuse what to do or what not to do. Also there is irritation, their moods are changes. Sometimes their effect is also we can see on the lifestyle also. Also sometimes their thinking processes are changed. Also sometimes they suffer from the anxiety, depression, inactivity. Sometimes they are hallucinated, that is imagination. In this stage these people, these adolescents are mostly suffered from the hallucinations. Okay, in this way, in these stages they if go through the counseling, there is no need of medicine, but they require the counseling or mental health programs. Parental relations are much comfortable. If the parents are the friends of the adolescents, then such problems are very less. Okay, but mostly it is occur that due to the lack of parental supervision or due to the lack of communication between parents and the boys and girls, such type of different problems is faces by these people. Okay, now one of the most important problem faces by these adolescents, it is the addiction. Okay, and this addiction it may be of different type. Now in case of the adolescent, the next one problem always facing, that is addiction. Now addiction means what? It is the compulsory use of any substance, and this substance it affects, it having harmful effects on the body. Okay, whatever the boys and girls or the individual know about their harmfulness, their side effects on the body, whatever they are very aware about this, still they are taking such type of drugs or substances compulsory. This compulsive action, it is called as addiction. What it called as addiction. And if they are not taking that substance, there is certain withdrawal symptoms also takes place. What they get? They suffer from the withdrawal symptoms. Okay, means what happened? Due to the excessive peer pressure, due to the negligence of parental care or parental supervision, due to the non-convenience or a lack of communication between parents and childs, what happened? These childs get attracted toward the different types of the addiction. It may be tobacco addiction, it may be alcohol addiction, it may be drug abuse. Okay, this drug abuse is the most important or most seriously affected the health of the adolescents, because certain drug like opioids means smack and heroin, these are extracted from which plant? It is extracted, means these are made up of from such plant, extracted from Papaver somniferum plant. This is a plant, and from which these opioids are made up of. These are called as smack and heroin. It results into the depression, and it also affect on the central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. The second one is the cannabinoids. These type of drugs, these are developed from or extracted from the cannabis sativa. The products obtained from this is called as marijuana, hashish, ganja or charas. Okay, some of the names we hear sometime. These are the cannabinoids. They affect on the cardiovascular symptom. Means cardiovascular system is affected by this type of drugs. Then cocaine. Okay, this cocaine is developed from the plant Erythroxylum coca. In some movies we occur this cocaine. It is also called as crack coke, and it develops into the hallucination. That is imagination feeling. Person goes into the imagination feeling. Then LSD, that is lysergic acid diethylamide. These are classes purpura etc. from this plant, and these are mostly sedative. Certain time certain sleeping pills. Okay, sometime regular intake of any medicine, This is also came under the addiction. Any food product also we taken daily routinely, and if we compulsory taken it, if we are not taking we feel certain withdrawal symptoms, then it is also called as the addiction. Addiction is not only of the tobacco, alcohol or any drug, it may be of any food substance also. Now this addiction is cured by the proper treatment with the help of medical science, and also by the counseling, and also by the detecting what is the reason behind this addiction. By taking the history of their family, case history, we can solve these problems, and we get apart from this type of the drug addiction to these adolescents. The government also started the different centers for the rehabilitation of the addict person. If any child is suffering from this type of addiction, we can take the help of such centers to rehabilitate the patient. Actually, the adolescent stage, it is the stormy period. All of you are responsible for this. That is, you have to maintain your proper health, proper mental health, and also remain binded with your family. Then you can easily go through this adolescent stage. Okay, this is a somewhat information included in your textbook about the adolescent stage and addictions. I think you are very clear about these one things. Okay, here we completed this chapter, that is human health and diseases. Go through the all notes, go through your textbook, and if there are any doubts, we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay.